Hello YouTube, this is Bash. Bring here week 4 of the WPL. We are up against Storm and the San Diego Sneasels. So, whose team consists of Tapacoco, Halucha, Don Fan, Mandibuzz, Magborter, Regis, Mega Scizor, Keldeo Superior, Masprit, and Type No. And his offensive Z captains are in fact Tapacoco and Donphan, with his Ultra Z Crystal user being the Mandibuzz. And then my team consists of Megalopony, Dragonite, Necrozma, Empoleon, Roserade, Silvally, Zebstrika, Darmanitan, Hoopa Unbound, Comfey, and Swampert, with Z captains being offensive Z captains being Dragonite and Necrozma, and overall Z captain being Hoopa Unbound. Looking into this match, Comfey is actually not that bad, other than the fact that Mega Scizor is there. So if I have an idea for Comfey sets, it's kind of like stally, I guess, but like it could really work against this team if Mega Scizor isn't there and he doesn't have like Taunt or Slash Whirlwind, I guess, per se. Also, I believe the what's it called? I believe what happened was he ended up getting Regis right before this match, so I'm pretty much feeling like it's going to be a bring, a very plausible bring. And because of that, I think defensive Necrozma is very good, because Necrozma could take on a Regis pretty well, unless it's a Rest Talk set. And Necrozma is also very good at taking down the Halucha, taking that on very well. There's also the fact that there's some things that, like, his Tapacoco is very scary for my team, I would say, because he could literally just run U-turn, Thunderbolt, Dazzling Gleam, Grass Knot kind of thing. Yeah, and just hit my team so hard with that set alone. So that is a huge problem, I think. I mean, Roserade could kind of take that on, but like he still has like a Halucha there that could force out the Roserade. He has a Magmortar that hits it extremely hard, so like, in a Regis as well, so like at the same time it's not really the best. I mean, he could also not even run U-turn, he could run Brave Bird to hit the Roserade as well, like Fly Name Z. But I do think Tapacoco is coming to this match because of how I think it's pretty good against me. One thing I will say though is that Mega Scizor is very scary for my team. And I could bring Empoleon to try to check it, but Empoleon does not like the rest of his team. Gets destroyed by Coco and Halucha. Donphan doesn't want to take an Earthquake from that, even though it gets called back. Mandibuzz could taunt it, kind of thing. Can't really do much to it. Magmortar can run Thunderbolt, kind of thing. Regis is pretty much the extent of this, where it could take it on, and Scizor. And then there's Keldeo that takes a Sacred Sword against it. There's Superior that could glare it down and start subseeding it. There's the Masprit, which is alright against, like, Empoleon is alright against that, but it's not worth it. I think it's just, you know what I mean, because Masprit could still run Thunderbolt and stuff like that. And Type Null. Really, what Empoleon can really do to that is really just Toxic and Roar that thing. So it's not really that good of a, like, other than Mega Scizor and Regis, it's not that good of a match. I will say though, what's it called? So because of that, I feel like I need a better Scizor switch in. I will say though, Necrozma only takes, like, if Necrozma's defensive, it takes like only like 40% from a U-turn, a max attack adamant U-turn from Scizor, so that's very good to note. But yeah, then again, I feel like this is kind of a difficult team to prep for in a way, I believe, but Comfey I think might be a way of kind of working this team through. As well as getting, like, offensively pressuring him with, like, Megalopony, and maybe just, like, I guess Toxicing some of his bulky stuff and wearing it down. So let's go into the team and bring. We got Silvally here first. Silvally is in fact a fire type here. It's my Mega Scizor check with Parting Shot, Multi-Attack, Toxic, and Defog. I was going to run Thunderbolt, but I felt like Toxic was better this match. And I really wanted Defog in this match, and I couldn't fit Defog onto another set, which you'll see soon enough. And I feel like this is my best. This is a really good check to Mega Scizor, as well as it can hit Regis really hard with the multi-attack, which is why I went multi-attack over Flamethrower instead of because multi-attack hits Regis a lot harder too. So especially if I believe Regis gets Calm Mind, if I remember correctly, which is kind of why I did that. So that's something good to know. Defog is to get rid of the Stealth Rocks or anything like that he might try to set up against me, because I do have, as you see, Dragonite there, which doesn't want to take Stealth Rock damage. So Toxic is things for like Mandibuzz, Keldeo, that kind of stuff. So we are, and then I'm gonna go to, I think here. Let's go Mega Lopunny. Yeah, we got Mega Lopunny, pretty generic set with Fake Out Return, High Jump Kick, and then Fire Punch is the last move for Mega Scizor to hit it even harder. This thing can do really well against this team. If you get a little chip damage and get rocks, Mandibuzz gets 2-hit KO'd by High Jump Kick. Definitely, if I could get the Mandibuzz Toxic, that will be a huge part of the end game. So that's really something to note. Then we are going to go through Dragonite, which, wasn't really the best bring, I think, on my part. To be honest, I just really wanted to bring this Mon because I haven't brought it once yet, and it's already week 4, and it's my tier 1 Mon. So, like, I kind of just wanted to bring it just in case, but I have Agility, Dragon Claw, Fly, Extreme Speed, with Weakness Policy, Multi-Scale. This thing hits really, really hard. Well, after the Multi-Scale, the Weakness Policy boost, this thing could really put in a lot of work. This lives a Ice Beam from Regis, a max special attack Ice Beam for Regis. This thing also can get propped for the Weakness Policy by the Ice Shard by Donphan. So that's kind of where we're going with this week. Don't know if it'll work. We'll see. I decided to go with Extreme Speed also over Earthquake. Extreme Speed because of priority, which could be really nice. I believe it was also for the... What was it for? Well, Extreme Speed at +2 is able to possibly take out Coco after rocks. Pretty much we'll take out Coco after rocks. Extreme Speed was... What could I hit with this? I forgot what it was. Dragon Claw hit the Halucha. Fly hit the Donphan as well as Dragon Claw. Mandibuzz got hit by Fly pretty hard. Magmortar gets hit by Dragon Claw, Regis by Dragon Claw, Mega Scizor by Fly. I believe it was possibly... I forget what it was for, but I guess priority was really nice against the team, just in case he had a Scarfer they could try out, or like some way of prioritizing it. I guess like Donphan and Ice Shard could be really annoying, and maybe maybe we could get off that next little chip to take that out with Extreme Speed. So that's kind of why I went with Dragonite. As I said, I don't know if it'll work, but we'll see. Then we got Comfey, which I was talking about earlier, which is missing its nature. I believe it was Bold. Substitute, Leech Seed, Draining Kiss, Protect. This thing is literally here to just be a pain. Which, with the Substitute and Leech Seed up, it can really put in a lot of work. The only thing that really stops us is, in fact, the Superior, I guess, and the Mega Scizor this set. But Superior gets pretty much, can get beat by both Dragonite and the next Mon you'll see in a second, as well as some of my other Mons. And Mega Scizor, I feel like I'm gonna be able to play around it well enough, as you saw the Silvally set. So then we got Romeo here with Synthesis, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, HP Fire. This is to help take on Coco. This takes on Coco, Keldeo, Superior. This thing is very important for this match. it really can do a lot. And the sludge bombs are really nice to get poison off on the Mandibuzz possibly. Giga Drain hits really hard, and HP Fire for the probable switch in of the, in fact, the Mega Scizor. So that's why we have this set here. This allows me to live 2 Brave Birds from Tapu Koko if he's like mixed. So then we got a Crozma here, Moonlight, Photon Geyser, Thunder Wave, Stealth Rocks. I really want Stealth Rocks up against this team for like Mandibuzz to weaken that thing down, as well as in case he brought Mega Scizor or like Hawlucha or something like that. Stealth Rocks are really good. Thunder Waves are really good to get off against this team. I think, and I kind of went with Thunder Wave. I want to go with Heat Wave, I couldn't decide between Heat Wave or Toxic, and I really thought Moonlight with Photon Geyser and Stealth Rocks were very good this match. And I couldn't decide between Heat Wave and Toxic, because Toxic was for the Mandibuzz, which is pretty good switch in, and Heat Wave was in fact for the Mega Scizor. But I decided to go with Thunder Wave because of the fact that getting off, I think being able to get Thunder Waves off of both would be better than losing, not be able to touch one or the other kind of thing. So that's why I went with that. That's the team we are bringing this week, and let's get into the match real quick. So here we go. We are up in the match. We have he ends up bringing Regice, Mandibuzz, Mega Scizor, Superior, Donphan, and Keldeo, which is very surprising because I do not see a Tapu Koko on this side, meaning that Roserade is a lot more built to just take on Superior and Keldeo. It's not going to be as pressured as much to do so much work. Yeah, and very interesting that I'm very interested if Tapu Koko didn't come. We see both the Mega Scizor and Superior, so that means that Comfey is going to need to be able to take out some of them. With we're going to have to take out those two or weaken those down so Comfey can do its work. You do see the Regice, as I said, how I predicted would come. And the Donphan, which is probably there for a rocker. It's the only Stealth Rocker on his team, so that's a very likely bring there. And he probably has Ice Shard for Dragonite as well. And honestly, with the way his team is built, so Valley Fire with Toxic, his team does not really like, honestly, because I could just multi-attack or Toxic, and the only thing that is immune to Toxic on his team right now that he brought is the Mega Scizor, which gets completely mollywopped by multi-attack, so that's really good, something to note. But yeah, so I believe I lead off with Necrozma. I think I lead off with Necrozma? Yeah, I lead off with Necrozma, as he's going to lead off with the Mega Scizor here, which is very interesting to note, because Mega Scizor doesn't really want to stay in. I mean, Mega Scizor, here's the thing, Heat Wave Oko's Mega Scizor right here if he stays in here, and that's a very likely bring, I think, on my part, if I bring Heat Wave Mega Scizor, but not Heat Wave for Mega Scizor. So he's got to make a choice here. Let me make the screen a little bigger here. Yes, live editing at its best. Woo! Okay, so Scizor can stay in here if he really wants to, Mega Scizor. But here's the thing: he's gonna take a heat. If I had Heat Wave, he would take that and get Oko turn 1, and I don't know if we really want to do that, because that means that if things open up for Comfey a lot more, and for some of my other mons such as Roserade, and Necrozma as well, technically, and Dragonite as well. Dragonite becomes that much better with Mega Scizor gone, and as well as, well, Silvally becomes less useful, but it then becomes more of a check. It becomes more of a parting shot mon, and it can try to help maybe check the Regice. So that's something to note. But I'm going to go for Thunder Wave because I do not have the Heat Wave, and see if he tries to switch out into like Mandibuzz or something like that. I do not expect him to stay in here, but he does. He Mega Evolves, and I go first, so meaning if I had Heat Wave, this would be a Mega Scizor turn 1, but he doesn't, and he does have 48%, meaning that this is a 252 Adamant Mega Scizor, meaning that this thing, even with that, Necrozma still eats. So this Necrozma is literally a beast, and honestly, taking all those hits. I'm gonna fire off a Thunder Wave. I go for Stealth. No, I go for Thunder Wave. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to hard switch into Roserade. Roserade is my check to Keldeo here. Very good check, and he's gonna actually miss the Hydro Pump, which actually is not really going to matter because Hydro Pump doesn't do too much to Roserade. The only thing that matters for the fact is what me finding out what kind of set he is with this Keldeo. So he's going to go into Mandibuzz. I believe I go for the HP Fire predicting the Mega Scizor, but that's fine because I thought Mega Scizor was a very good bring in here. But I'm going to switch out, I believe, into the Crozma because I knew Mandibuzz can't really do too much to me. If he goes for Brave Bird, that would be fine. He whirlwinds me out into Mega Lopunny, which is fine. But I believe I'm just going to switch. I don't want him getting more leftovers recovery, so I'm going to just go right back into the Crozma here. As what he's going to do is he's going to fire off a Roost, get some recovery back, and I'm just going to fire off my Stealth Rocks here, get them up, start wearing Mandibuzz down with the switch-ins. As he goes to Mega Scizor again, predicting maybe the Toxic, but I'm just getting my Rocks here, which is really good. I'm getting leftovers recovery, and he's going to, I believe I go for a Moonlight, get back to full, as Scizor's only going to do a U-turn damage and bring me down to 58%, so that's very nice. As he goes into Keldeo here, so at this point, I'm going to see if he tries to over-predict, because I went to Roserade. It's very obvious. Icy Wind could be coming right now for the Roserade, and I want to keep Roserade kind of healthy to take on the Serperior as well. So I'm going to fire off a Photon Geyser. I live a Hydro Pump I live in Hydro Pump anyway, so like I'm just going to go for Photon Geyser here, as I think that's the best play here. As he goes for the Hydro Pump, meaning he makes the read that I'm going to stay in, I guess, and I take out Keldeo with Necrozma. Necrozma is very low, but I could also Moonlight up on the Donphan. I can Moonlight up on the Regice if I had speed. I can Moonlight up on the Mega Scizor. Like, there's not much that really could take me down from here, unless it outspeeds me, kind of thing. So like, that's fine. I could just come back in and Moonlight later. But he goes into Serperior. I'm going to Roserade. That's my check to it too, as he goes for the Leaf Storm. Gets off the +2 here. I could go for the Sludge Bomb, or I could go for the HP Fire, but based on the fact that he's brought Mandibuzz in last time, I'm going to just stay in and click the Sludge Bomb just in case, I believe, and try to get the poison. But he makes the play into the Mega Scizor, that's fine. And at this point, I'm going to show off my Silvally set in a second, as I'm going to go into Silvally here, which is my check to Mega Scizor. As I believe he doubles out into Mandibuzz. That's fine. I'm going to go for Toxic here. Toxic to Mandibuzz. That game plan's pretty much set, and that pretty much could be the end of the match right there. To get a Toxic off right now on Mandibuzz here, because that means that I could pretty much win late game with Comfey. But I missed a Toxic, and he's going to miss the Toxic. That's fine. Okay, as long as we hit the next one, right? We can just Toxic again, just keep going for Toxic. I missed a Toxic again, and that's going to really come in huge, as he goes for Toxic now, and now we're in a really bad situation now, which I'm really, really, really upset about, because you're going to see that comes in late game, later in the game, where I did not get the Toxic off on the Mandibuzz, because I missed twice, not once, but twice. Okay, so like that was really frustrating, as he's now going to be able to switch into Mega Scizor here, which is very weird, I guess, so it doesn't get Toxic, but this is literally my set to beat Mega Scizor, so I'm just going to fire off a multi-attack and take this out here, which he could have made the double out, yeah, he could have made the double out into another Mon, but, and just try to get Toxic damage off on him, but oh well. He goes into Donphan here. I'm gonna go into Necrozma here. Because here's why. I think he's going for Stealth Rocks here. At Parting Shot anyway, and Earthquake is like, even if he does want to go for attack, that's fine. I sack up Necrozma, I get a free switch in. But he goes for his Rocks, and I'm going to go for a Moonlight, because now I'm going to get my Necrozma back up to a good amount of health here. And he's not going to be able to beat this, because he's -1, first of all. And I'm already back up to like 56%, meaning I could live a U-turn from Mega Scizor. I'm going to Moonlight again. I'm very frustrated before about the Toxic damage thing, but oh well. The Toxic miss, and that's gonna be annoying for this Mon here, as he's gonna go for the Foul Play. It wouldn't do too much to Necrozma anyway, because I'm specially attacking, but still that's really annoying. As I'm gonna go for a sub here, predicting the Toxic. And it's gonna work out very well, as I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed here. As he goes for the Toxic, and we're gonna start wearing things down here. As he goes into Donphan here. Meaning that if I take this out, I can get off a defog with Savali stock rocks. He can no longer set rocks up again. I can always set up my rocks again with Necrozma later in the game. And I'm gonna go for the protect, see what he wants to do. Goes for Earthquake. I'm just getting more recovery. I'm gonna get back up to full here. Very good. Very annoying set for him to deal with. As I'm gonna just go for another Draining Kiss. And he's just going to go for another Earthquake, and I'm just going to be able to go, I could go for the Protect here, I could go for the Draining Kiss, I could go for the Sub again, but I'm going to go for the Protect here, get this thing even lower, just in case, so I could bring this into a Draining Kiss range, where I could just take this out with a Draining Kiss here, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Take this out, Dawn Fan is gone, meaning I could defog with Savali and get, but unfortunately, it's going to be really annoying because that Mana Buzz is not toxic because I missed them earlier. I'm going to go into Rose right here. He's going to go for the Leaf Storm. And I'm not going to over-predict again. I'm just going to go for the Sludge Bomb here. I don't know if he's going to stay in or not, but I'm just going to go for the Sludge Bomb here. See if I can catch the Poison on the Mana Buzz too, which is really nice. But nope, we're not going to get the Poison either. So this is going great. We are 6 to, I believe, like 3 here. But it's still being a pain right now. In the fact that I did not get a Toxic off. I could go for the Defog here, get rid of these rocks, as he's going to go for the Whirlwind here, and that's fine, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to go for the Sub here again, just in case he goes for the Toxic. I do not want to get Toxic here. Oh no, actually, I'm going to Crosby here. He goes into Superior. Yeah, he goes into Superior, which is a really good set against him, I guess. He goes for the Glare. I'm going to go up my rocks here, I believe, or again. I think I get up my rocks again, but I get parried there, which is really annoying, very frustrating, as I said before. But now I get my rocks up now, and I'm going to fire off a Thunder Wave here. And Superior is now Thunder Wave, so that's the less of a threat now. And I'm going to go back into Roserade, and Superior is pretty much done what it could do. It can't really do much for the rest of the match here, as I'm just going to fire off a Sludge Bomb here. Mega Scizor is gone, so he has no immunity to it, and that's a dead Superior. He can go into Regice or Mandibuzz here, but we'll see what he does here. As he goes into Regice, I'm going to go into Necrozma. I said before, Necrozma can check this pretty well, but it's going to just come down to Paras now, because he goes for a Signal Beam and gets a crit, which sucks to begin with, as I'm getting hacks out of this game. I get parried right there. And you'll see in a second this is not going to be good, because I at least get the Moonlight off here. I'll tell you that. I get the Moonlight, which is good. But in this situation, Necrozma should be able to 1v1 Regice. But right now, I'm not looking so good. As I mean, I am right now, but you'll see in a second that we're just going to get hacked on down. I believe I go for the Thunder Wave here to try to weaken this thing. Oh no, I go for the Photon Geyser. And I do that much amount. I'm going to weaken this thing down, I guess. And he goes for the Signal Beam. I believe I get parried here. Or, yep, I get parried there. And we're going to get, watch this. We should be able to Moonlight here, right? We do not get the Moonlight, get parried again. And the Cosmo is going to go down because I literally can't believe I'm so frustrated about that match, right? Right there, that situation that just happened, because I got crit into like there's 4 pairs. The Cosmos should be able to 1v1 Regice, but now he plays to the hacks and wins this. I guess it's not really his fault, because it's kind of the game's fault, but I would have had this. I'm pretty sure I would have had the 6-0 if this hacks didn't happen, like the Toxic Miss earlier, all these paras and stuff. Like I would have gotten the 6-0, and at least I get the Hidden Power Fire off. He lives on 1%, gets the Weakness Policy boost, which is annoying, but oh well. And we're just gonna have to deal with this as he goes for Ice Beam. Now we're down to a 4 mons now instead of 6 here, and we're gonna go into Mega Lopunny and just fake out here. I could have went to Dragonite and E-speeded, but it's oh well. So he goes into Mandibuzz, and if this was Toxic, this would be game right here, because HJK with Toxic damage would put this in range, but nope, we're not going to, and that's really annoying, because a Toxic would be wearing this thing down. I could just keep HJK, and he would be forced to keep roosting, but now that there's no Toxic on this, this is a losing battle, and we're gonna have to sack off another Pokemon in a couple minutes because we're literally in a situation where the toxicness was so big, crucial, I guess. He goes, I go for the sub. He goes for the Whirlwind, makes the right prediction, and I'm gonna get into Survive Fire. I'm gonna have to try to click Toxic again, and hopefully I actually hit it. But I'm gonna be sacking off Sovalia as well because of it. Because if I didn't miss earlier, one of the 2 times, I would be perfectly fine. But nope. And now we are down to only 3 Pokemon instead of 6. So this is very frustrating for me, at least. I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed. He goes for the Toxic. That's fine. Because I'm just gonna just Draining Kiss here, I believe. Just get something, worn this thing down. Because at this point we're in a really good, we're in a decent situation, even though we just lost 3 mons, which is very frustrating. But he's gonna go for the Whirlwind. I'm sorry if I sound really salty, but I was kind of salty about like some of this because the differential. I don't know if this differential will matter in the future, but we're just going for a Fake Out and let Mega Lopunny get this last one. Because yeah, well, we just want to Mega Lopunny get the last one. So we do end up winning 3-0 instead of 6-0, which is fine. A W is a W. So at least we got the W out of it, out of the situation, even though it could have been more, but we'll just move on with it. We do play, I believe, Baldo next, so that should be a really good match. I believe he is I forgot what his record is exactly, but he's done very well, I think, this season so far, so that should be a very good match. And hopefully we don't miss our Toxics or get parried all those times next match. That's all I gotta say, really. So GG to Storm. We move on to 4-0, I believe, like plus 14 or something like that, so we are looking very nice. And we have, in fact, now I can officially say I brought every single mon on my team to every single to a match. But it's kind of funny that I have brought my tier 5s, tier 5 over more games than Dragon Knight, so my tier 1. So we'll see how it is, but GG to him, and until next time, Bash.